that's what's going to be your life. If you guys hit it off, you're going to probably go grocery shopping together. So you might as well just start there, you know, see what they eat. Maybe you're not even compatible. Like, if I started seeing somebody throw a lot of vegetarian things in my basket, I'd be like, I think we have to have a talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a love affair with meat. So I remember when the pandemic first hit and like I was still single and like I needed to date and meet people after, you know, a certain quarantine time, whatever. There was nothing legally allowed to do. You couldn't go to a coffee shop and sit down with somebody anymore. There was periods of time, long time, and where I'm from, where you couldn't even go into a store, a mall, a salon, nothing. So like I remember once I was on a date and we were like huddling in the cold outside of the mall, and we went and like snuck in the doors because we thought, oh my god, the doors are open, because I guess technically it's like a subway route or whatever. And then we literally got caught by security for being inside a mall, and we had to get out. So there's been like a hard time dating. Okay, so maybe all you married people out there have no idea what it's been like on that front, but it's been interesting. And so I have actually really enjoyed this transition. And I do have a very, very old video about this, but I'm going to redo it. So this is the old video. Everyone knows the changes that we're going through in a pandemic. And I just find it fascinating that some of the way other things have changed are so remarkable and they're not even yet discussed openly. And like one of those is dating, you know, online dating has literally almost been necessitized, which is wonderful that it was an existing platform already. So that's great. But also dating itself, the experience, the ritual is so different. As a way of adapting to this pandemic, I have actually had to learn how to date in a pandemic. And so for sometimes that meant socially distancing, meeting people with like masks on. I mean, the masks always came off at some point, but like I didn't kiss a lot of them. And frankly, I felt like so excited about having a real excuse not to have to kiss people on the first date, because I actually find it really intimidating to kiss somebody on the first date. I just like, I don't know, I'm a demisexual. I warm up to sex a little slower, even though I'm a sex fiend. So I'm a sex fiend with people I'm comfortable with, but it takes me a moment to get comfortable. I remember being like, okay, let's meet at the Metro, which is the local grocery store that is like 5-minute walk from me. And we would meet and we would go grocery shopping together. We would literally, I remember, because I'm so natural and like always honest, I remember passing like a very good deal on the toilet paper and being like, I even said this out loud to him. I was like, you know, if I wasn't on a date, I'm like, that is a very good deal. And we laughed because I thought, like, can you imagine I make this guy lug home like a 16 pack of like Cottonelle because it's on sale. But that's just who I am. Like, I just am myself, you know. If something's on sale in front of me, I'm like, oh, I have a coupon, like I'm gonna use it. Like, I don't know, it's just who I am. So anyways, these grocery store dates were not bad for me because I got to see not only who they were, but we got to do a side-by-side activity instead of a face-to-face activity. And so we'll be like browsing the aisles together, right? Instead of facing each other at a table and having some of that awkwardness. So I would be like, I need brie, and then I need this, and he would just come along. And I remember the boys who held my baskets and the ones that put heavy shit in my basket for me to carry. It was a very clear moment of who I was dealing with. So even though it might be a small thing to anyone out there, if I'm on a date with somebody for the first time and I'm carrying a grocery bag and you want to put like an oil in it, you carry that grocery bag, Ben. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, really? Okay, how do you like to treat women? Like, as I'm carrying my heavy bag. So anyways, I do remember the gentleman. Luckily, there was many gentlemen who would carry my bag for me, and some that would get a cart. And I was like, wow, this guy is really, like, he takes initiative. That's great. So the grocery store dates were really not that bad. They were honestly really fun. I had a lot of fun doing them. And I just want to say that I don't actually care if I go back. I don't need to sit in a restaurant with some man on the first date. I'm okay to go. So the last date I had this week, it was the first date I've had in a while. And I remember we went to get a Tim Hortons. I got a hot chocolate. He got something else in the food court of a mall. And this is not normally what I, Toronto Unicorn, would consider to be a wonderful first date pre-pandemic. the pandemic changed me. Now I'm like, wow, we can sit inside and drink our drink and take our mask off. Here's like my blood work at the door so they all know my shit. So I can go and eat something. Anyways, yeah, so I'm actually kind of happy with taking the big fiasco off the first date and making it more of a natural day-to-day experience, because frankly, that's what's going to be your life. If you guys hit it off, you're going to probably go grocery shopping together. So you might as well just start there, you know, see what they eat. Maybe you're not even compatible. Like, if I started seeing somebody throw a lot of vegetarian things in my basket, I'd be like, I think we have to have a talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a love affair with meat. What can I say? So that is my note about grocery stores. I remember the boys, the nice men who carried my shit. So maybe just those extra little things you can do on a date, hold the door open, things like that. It goes a long way. Even if you're not going to do that forever for that girl, it goes a long way the first date. So also figure out your own parking. Use Google. It is a tool. The woman should not be used as a tool to find your parking solution. That's just my last word.